So we were just sitting here talking about nothing really hilarious happening, and I can't,
There's nothing funny going on.
not a whole lot now. I mean, and now you're into the busy time of year where everybody's just so busy. I guess they don't have time to have fun. I
I
don't
like
know.
Amazon though. I
Hmm?
can order so many things on Amazon. So
I didn't have to fight the crowd Friday. Yeah, I mean,
oh,
somebody said, "Did you
nothing.
go?" No, I don't have to do Black
No,
Friday. I don't want to
I
do Black
don't
Friday.
want to. So,
It's not something I just want to do. Now, if I didn't have anything to purchase and I was just going to watch the rat race and could sit there and drink coffee and then just enjoy it,
so be a people watcher.
yeah, be a people watcher that day, or maybe yeah, or just like you said, like we talked about before, instigate something. But it's not. I
If
mean,
you sit outside of a store with a can and try to put money in
they
for
might.
it.
But no, so yeah, no, I'd rather be home doing some things, and also my granddaughter and I, we were busy Friday and stuff, so I had a better time of doing that.
So, okay, this is the season, and we are headed to Advent, which is
Hmm.
pre-Christmas. Now,
And birthdays.
that's true. Somebody asked me what I wanted at home, what I wanted for my birthday. I told them I wanted the tree cut down. It's near the barn. And then my son said, Mom, what do you want for Christmas? I want the tree cut down. It's over the barn.
As you get older, your wants
I
change,
just,
don't
yeah,
they?
I don't want clothing. I don't, because, well, here's the thing. Usually you can get what you want at this age, and by that time you don't care.
Mm-mm, no, because everything you want to changes. I mean, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's
I
like,
mean, things.
no,
Mm-mm.
yeah, no. So I want a tree down. It's very simple. See that tree? I want it down. It's going to be down. Friday or Saturday, they're cutting it down. And I'm probably going to go out and sing happy birthday to myself
Because your birthday is actually what day?
Thursday.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have clean teeth on Thursday because I'm going to the dentist. I thought it was kind of appropriate to start the year with nice clean teeth. See, that's kind of funny, right? So anyway, I'm going to have the tree cut down. Maybe I have them cut a little disc and make stuff with it. Anyway, yeah. So that's a fun thing. But what I was thinking about is right now is a time of a lot of scams too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And here's one just right now buzzing on my phone
As you speak.
as I speak. Hey, it's Jake. We can get you $100,000 payback. 100,000. I'll pay back 120,000. As we are sitting here, as we are sitting here, within the hour, I can get this. Where can I send the info? Right there.
I get it. But yeah,
Uh,
they're gonna really try to be scamming right now.
and then I got a scam yesterday. CVS 804. Hi, this is your CVS. I said, well, how are you today? I said, amused. I said, because you're really funny. I said, we don't go to CVS, so bye. They just assume. Now, the other thing, a year ago I had some minor surgery on my eye, and in October I went back twice. I paid my two bills, I paid them, and I checked. Did I get an online, please log in to see your bill from the same place that supposedly the same place that did it? But I looked at the email address, and it's all these bunch of letters. And then in the middle says portal. What's the chances of that being for real?
It's nuts.
It's not, and I
And you
said,
really have to be careful, but sometimes we're just so quick and we're not thinking, and you do, and then you get in trouble. I mean, it's just,
well, and I've taken offense because they, and when we did the scams horse program, when we did the scams and medical scam, there are companies who will do this to you. First of all, they find out your birthday. And if they think you're old, automatically they assume that, first of all, you don't know what's going on, you don't remember what bills you've paid. And if they bombard you at a time when you're so busy with everything else and the holiday, you don't realize, oh, did I forget to pay this bill? And rather than look into it, you will pay it.
Mm-hmm.
And it may not be more than $10 or $15, but if they do that to 1,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
and I really, I mean, I keep, well, you see that this just came right here, just now. And I've got the other one, and I said to my husband, I'm not paying this bill. I'm not gonna pay this bill until they send me a paper bill. Because I went back and I found those pay bills, those checks that I had sent them. And they sent me, I'm gonna see if I can find that, and I'm like, no, I'm not paying this. Look at all this stuff, all this crap. And I want you, there it is. Okay. And when I look to see who sent it to me, no reply, right? And let's see if how about that. When I went to see who sent it to me, it was this whole long list. I can't find it. How do you like that? Interesting that it's not coming out now. Because it wasn't, I didn't have it to the from. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't remember this one. And it's your portal. Uh-huh. And I'm trying to get,
But you can always call the people and say, hey, I got
I
an
don't
email
want,
from you.
yeah, I got an
But then
email.
they also know that somebody's trying to use them.
Yeah. So, no, don't want that. I can't find it. Anyway, it was there. It was this whole long letters, and they tell you. And then the other day I got your Amazon Prime is due. Please log in. No, they don't do that either.
Mm-mm.
So
It's a big racket
a
right
big
now.
racket right now, and scams are just,
Well, I got my first thing about Medicare Advantage. It was addressed to me the other day, and I'm like, I'm not even of the age. What are
you
you
know,
people? What
you're
are you?
not.
I'm not even of the age to. I'm not even in the range to start getting it.
Well, I got one earlier before we started podcast. And again, it was, hello, I'm from Medicare. I'm like, yeah, right. Don't think so.
But
Anyway,
at least you're alert.
some days. Some days it feels like I'm beside myself. But yes. So,
But yeah, I mean, I will log into places that I know, but I'm not just. I try. And I sit here and say that, but I mean, I try really not to log into anything else. But if so but it's really bad.
well, I was watching our son who came to visit Thanksgiving, and they just ordered everything Black Friday, right? They were buying all kinds of Christmas gifts. Thank you, Elon, for the
I've got my
streaming.
Christmas. My Christmas is here because I got Starlinks.
Anyway,
I,
yeah,
I, I mean, I just don't want anything else. I don't want
we are
anything
so
else.
happy having Starlink. Because they just, I mean, how many, my husband looked at it, he said, oh my goodness, we used all this data. Now, if we had been on HughesNet, we had been like dial-up speed.
Oh, I'd have been so much jail, yes.
But
And
he
then they
checked.
would send me the token thing. Do you want to get a token? Do you want to get a token?
For $10, you can get this. No, but I was listening to him, and they found a website. They were buying something, and he would check out the website. So he was checking it out, and I was buying something for all the cats outside so they could sleep on something warm. Have you ever heard of Timo?
Mm-hmm. Never used them. I'm leery of them, but my sister loves them.
Really? So I
She's
looked.
been ordering stuff, and she was showing me over Thanksgiving. She goes, "No, I love it. Look at this." And I'm
Well,
like,
I
"I'm
looked it
leery.
up.
I'm leery of it."
I looked it up, and it's like a Chinese Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And what they said is like the electronics are more knockoffs because they had an article about HP that they were selling HP stuff and it really wasn't, so they can't call it HP Hewlett Packard anymore. But some of the electronics are just knockoffs. They have a little bit different stuff to it. But I think maybe a cat heat pad would be all right. But anyway, so
But yeah, she's ordered, but I just haven't.
really,
But yeah, she likes them, so I mean, I don't know. And I know other people that like the Shine.
I'm
There's
not
a new
sure.
Shine is it's not Shine like Shine. It's like Schein or anyway something like
Okay,
that.
okay.
But I haven't done that one either. So anyway, no, I'm kind of leery of things because and then my husband and I, if he wants to order something, I'm like, have you checked it out? I said,
Yeah.
let's Google it, let's do this, and we'll go through different things. But I've been doing more of the um, like the password stuff to where I'll get these real funky passwords so that it's not going to be as easy.
Yeah,
And you really do need the password keepers and
you
stuff
have
to do
to,
it.
or I've gotten into the habit. Forgot my password. So they send me the link to get in, and every time you do it, you change your password. I'm thinking, well, this is a lot easier than having to remember all those passwords. And every time it's different.
True.
Every time it's different. And I'm like, oh, I sort of like this idea. So I've been doing that. And I have no problem if they text me the code, the number code, because that works.
Well, so many things are doing the 2 and 3 thing on
Yes.
authentication now. So I'm pushing that on some of my sites, and then I'm doing some other things. But I'm trying to be as safe as I can. But it's just you're in the day and age now. It's going to slip through sometimes.
I got a letter last week. It was a big, long letter, just told me to check my credit rating because it looks like one of these medical. Did you get that?
No, but Bubba's uncle did or something. Yeah.
Did he pursue it?
I just got it and opened it up and everything, but it did say that there was a breach in some medical
Yes.
information.
Good. You want to find out about my niece?
I'm just wondering if it came through. It had been something through Medicare or something, I would imagine.
Probably.
Because,
somebody hacked in and they got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
But
checked.
I get letters like this all the time that,
It's just
something has happened, and so,
Yeah.
There's a chance that your information has been.
Okay, you want to find out about, oh, I had a colonoscopy. Would you like to know about that? They did not find my head showed up there.
No, but it's the other information that they get.
Yeah, they want
and
your
then
date, your birthday,
and once they get some of that information, then they can kind
And
of.
I'm pretty, they don't use your social security too much anymore for Medicare. They give you another number. And I
your
won't,
driver's license.
yeah, and I won't give them, any place I go, I won't give them a whole social number. They don't need it. Unless I'm on a payroll, they don't need it for anything. And I'm not getting paid for anything that I do. So there you go.
Very good. Well, just being as safe as you possibly can. Because right
Oh
now,
my gosh.
it's just. I think this is the time to catch people off guard because they're so frustrated and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna sit home. I've already been ordering it done. So, but I've got a few more that I've got to do.
I've got to get some for the little ones. The big ones, both are reading now, so books are great. And so I've gotten it. And driving over here, we talked about code words, family code words, code words for children, and it is just so important that your family stay safe. And
Yeah, especially with all this AI stuff.
um,
Because I saw a number the other day and I wasn't sure, and so I picked it up because I thought it might have been, because of the way they do stuff now. So I was like, okay. And then there was silence. But I wouldn't give them anything else because I'm like, well, you're not getting, you got hello, but that's it.
yeah, and you're not, and it's just,
You're not, you don't get any more of my voice. So if you don't answer then you can call me back. If I've hung up on you, I'm sorry, but you can call me back.
That's right.
Or text me and say, hey, Karen, it's
Safety.
me, sorry. I mean,
And-
because
and-
that's all they want.
Keeping your children and your family safe. I don't know how many people have it, but you need a code word, you need something that your family can relate to.
And I know Bub and I talked about this, and I can't remember if we've decided on our code words or not. So I have to double check with him and see. And then I'll know what I was thinking to remember it.
Make it something short and sweet, or some incident
But
that only you
But
guys
it
know
needs to be able
about.
to be worked into a conversation, so that they're not knowing that you're just, because of, if I
Oh,
was
yeah, just go right out and ask them, what happened here? They don't
and it was
know.
like, if you're on the other end and somebody's got you, you wanna let them know that you're not safe. Like if somebody's at my
Okay,
house,
yeah.
somebody's at my house and they've got me and I don't want my husband coming home. So he calls me to see if I want something for dinner.
You just say the word.
Yeah, but then
When
I
we
do
get-
that, then,
When we get off of this, I'll tell you a little bit about something similar to that on Friday, on Sunday night.
so I mean, it does,
You have
it
to.
really is, you know, you really need to be able to know, but there are times when you don't want it to be so obvious. Like, oh, and don't forget to get, and it's something, and then he'll be going like, what? That's not something.
He's gotta understand that that's.
Yeah, and then
that's
you know
a
what I'm
code,
saying.
yes.
Because you're just trying to, yeah. But anyway, there's a lot, but.
You have to do it. And I was thinking about, in terms of like 911, I watch too many of these murder shows.
Oh, I've been listening to podcasts on them. They're interesting.
They're very interesting. Anyway, you'll call 911,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that's what you're supposed to do. And of course, they would try to keep you on the line to get all the information.
Mm-hmm.
They need it. But here's the catch sometimes. You're in such a bad situation that you can't.
Or your phone is dying.
Or unable to
Mhm.
give that information,
Mm-hmm.
or be quiet enough to give it out. So to me, that creates a problem. And you may need to enlist a third party or another person that you have established to send a code
Mm-hmm.
saying that you need that help, so that that person can then do the 911 call for you.
But then you have to know where the person's at or where the people are.
Well,
I mean, you gotta
I'm
have
talking
everything.
about a relative.
Yeah, but I mean,
You
you
gotta
could
have
be,
it, yep, you
you
gotta
gotta know
have
where
it.
they're at, what's going on.
Yep, and if you have their phone, if it's a cell phone, I mean, you can give them that number and they can track that phone.
Mm-hmm.
But if that person is in such dire need and trying to be quiet or hide or do something, they may not be able to stay on that phone
Mm-hmm.
to give the. This is just a thought that's a.
But I saw that recently on a movie. I mean, the person was trying to hide because somebody was breaking
Yeah,
in.
and they couldn't
They
talk.
they couldn't talk.
They
because,
could talk.
You know, and so,
The
you
way
know,
they're-
there are things to think about. And so, but the 911 was trying to stay on the line or something. And it was like,
How do you do it?
and you're trying not to make noise because you don't want the people finding you. So it's a lot.
And that is, my mind is like thinking on this, I'm like, wow. Because they will say, I know that in some cases, well, why did you call this person at 911? Well, maybe in the case you called this person because you wanted that person to call 911 for you.
Right, but the 911 has to understand that too. So I mean,
They have
it's
to understand,
communication.
yes, you have to
Because
understand.
if you're getting random calls from people, then they
Yeah,
may think it's
right.
a hoax, and you've got to be able to prove that
You
it's.
do, you gotta say, oh, look at, there's issues here, you need to.
So.
You have to, there's gotta be, I'm gonna try working on something like that. Whenever we have a sheriff's department that's settled.
You know.
Jeez. I don't care who it is, but somebody's got it. Because these are issues that, I don't know if people think about all of these.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all a safety issue and time, especially when you live in a rural area. Because it could take time for a police officer to
And they
get.
hope that in the rural area like this, that they can coordinate your cell phone signal.
That's another issue. Oh,
Because I mean,
that airspace.
GPS can't always find you
They
to the right
can't
place.
find you. That was in I was just looking at one of the shows yesterday, murder show, where they were tracking, and they're in the dead airspace, so now we don't know where they are.
Mhm.
We just lost them.
And it will happen here it
You
will happen
already
in
have
Virginia.
them. You go down one road and do a little dip, and there's nothing.
Hmm. You could be talking to somebody, all of a sudden, boop.
It's gone.
Once you hit it, boop.
It's gone.
And so you're trying to talk real fast before I know when I get there. I'm like, okay, well, I know it's going to be getting there, boop.
We're going through the Bermuda Triangle of Virginia. Maybe someplace they're getting the signal, but we're not getting it. So that all I'm thinking about all that. My mind works overtime.
Maybe something we can work on. So
it is something, and that would be another a really good ORS program, is setting up your code system, setting up how you can be quicker in these rural areas. I mean, they used to have, neighborhood watch type things. And it would be nice. I know that our neighbors, if there's a bad storm or something, they came over one time because there were tornado warnings and stuff, and we have a basement, so it was safer. So there's got to be a way. And it would be nice to coordinate with the sheriff's department that they have, people with spotters that can be of help closer to where this is a big county.
it is a large county, so that might be something to work on. And it would be volunteer stuff, so it wouldn't cost you anything. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're going to have to wrap up again.
Wow, that fast.
All right. So something for us to think about too.
But
y'all have a great one, and we'll talk at you later.
Don't be scammed.
December's coming.